Hey everyone, this is Kama with Kama Speaks, and today I am speaking on domestic violence. And today, actually, I'm at the halfway point. After next week, I won't be doing these anymore, but I still will be bringing awareness. Today is Monday, October 20th, and today I want to talk about you are in control. Last night I had a dream. It was crazy. It felt so real. But last night I had a dream about my ex-husband. And the dream was that we were together in the same household. And I have a lot of these dreams, but I realized there was a difference today. Anyhow, we were still in the same household. He was very, very controlling, very controlling. I mean, it was just really bad. Matter of fact, it was just real life. That's what I had experienced. Well, long story short, I had left and I made up in my mind that I was really not coming back. Now, as I mentioned, I have a lot of these dreams many times about him, and he just takes over and I have no control. I have nothing, and it bothers me. But I know there's some things I'm preparing for in my life, and one thing is that I have to get this man out of my life. I don't want to be with him. I don't love him. I've moved on. However, I just know that he still kind of haunts my dreams, kind of, but this time I left and I said, you know what? I'm not coming back to that. And I remember I was in this apartment, and it probably because the last time we were together, no, I take that back. Yeah, the last time we were divorced, I was in an apartment. So I was in an apartment, and he had decided that he wanted me to come home. I was like, no. He was asking me questions. I was like, no, like this is not right. So I left. I come back, and I just wanted to get my stuff. He wouldn't allow me to get my stuff. Next thing I know, he's calling someone, and they come in with furniture, nice furniture too. And I'm like, what's going on? How dare he come in and take over? Like, this is my place, my apartments. So I went to my mom, talked to her about it. We went to the apartments, came back, and I talked to apartment people, and they were like, oh, he's only going to be here for another week. I said, well, why is he getting stuff? Why is he getting stuff? Well, he was trying to work things out with me, and I was like, no, I just don't want to. So I went to the room. I was like, look, all I want is my stuff. He didn't want to give up my stuff, so I had to take the apartment people with me to go get my stuff, and I was able to get my stuff. But it was just a trip because I always have these dreams, but the way it happened this last night was that I took control. I was no longer afraid of him, because even in my dreams, I get afraid of this man, which is not good. But this particular dream last night, I was able to say, you know what? Take the stuff. It's material. I just want what I need, and I need to go. And I did. So when I woke up this morning, I was like, you know what? That's what I'm going to do my topic on today, understanding that you are in control. You are in control of your own life, period. Don't let nobody run who you are. Yes, when we get married, we become one flesh. And we should treat each other like we want to be treated. But that doesn't give a person a reason to mistreat anybody, control their ways, or to physically hurt them. But you have to understand that you have control of your own life. We make our choices and we make our decisions. We know there's certain things we won't allow from other people. So why do we allow it from our spouse or our boyfriend or girlfriend? Yesterday, I was talking to someone, and they were kind of telling me a little bit about some things they were going through in their relationship. And they were telling me how they're always arguing and fussing and fighting. And I said, well, you know what? You're going to have to change that, because that's not what a relationship is about. We tend to treat our friends and our certain friends, we treat them better than we treat the person we're supposed to love. And it's not fair. And then when the person does stuff, we don't want them to do anything. Like it gets really bad. Like I asked the person, I said, do you take the person out? And they were like, no, we don't go nowhere. I said, why not? Us as females, that's what we want. We want to be taken out. We want that time with you. It's important. But they feel like, why should I? And they're losing their partner in the midst of it. So something happened the weekend, and this person just literally like blew up and went off on the person and didn't even realize what they were doing mentally to that person. So the person did what I'm not trying not to give names, but the person did what the other person wanted them to do, but that was because they felt like they had to yell at them and make them do it. But you shouldn't want to have to make somebody do something. Don't control somebody with your anger. And people, don't let anybody control you with your anger, because that's what people do. They get controlled by their anger. And what do? We give in. Okay, the person's angry, so I'm just going to chill. I'm just going to let them do whatever they want. It's theirs. But it's not about that. How do you guys come to a happy medium? How do you guys learn how to communicate? Controlling doesn't feel good. I had a curfew at 10 o'clock, I've mentioned before. How am I 20-something years old with a curfew? I couldn't go to weddings. I couldn't go. The first lady of my church passed away, and I've been knowing her, and she's been knowing me since I was 5. And she passed away some years ago, and I was getting ready to go to the funeral, and my ex-husband was like, "You ain't going nowhere." I was like, "Why not?" And he said, "Because I said so. You don't know her like that. I've been knowing her for 20 years. How do I not know her like that?" And it hurt me so much. She said, "Well, you're not taking a car." Mind you, we had about 4 cars in our driveway. We had actually we had 2 cars, a truck, and a motorcycle. He wouldn't not let me take anything. So I called someone and asked for a ride, and they were going to come pick me up. And he said, no, you're not going anywhere. You don't know her like that. And I was so hurt, because that was my spiritual mom. And for me to lose her, and then for us to lose her, and then not being able to pay my last respects, it hurt. I remember I was going to a job interview, or going to look for a job, because he was like, "Get up and look for a job." He would let me stay home, then he'd make me work, make me stay home, let me stay home, then he'll make me work, because he knew I wanted to stay home. So this particular time, I went to work. Well, I went to go look for a job. I got up, got dressed. He said, matter of fact, it was the night before. He said, "Just FYI, you're not taking any of the cars." Mind you, we had the money to put gas in it. There was absolutely no reason I couldn't take a car. He told me to get up and get on the bus and go find your job. I haven't been on the bus since I was about 14 years old, and I was only on the bus because I wanted to be, because of my friends. I didn't have to be. So me getting on the bus is different. Plus, I was living in Riverside. Riverside is like a rural area compared to LA. LA buses run every 15 minutes. There was no problem to jump on the bus and go where you needed to go. But out here, I'm looking at every hour, half an hour. It was a big time. So I had to know exactly what I was doing. So I'm driving, I'm walking, I'm in tears. I'm depressed because I can't believe that my ex-husband, or my husband at the time, had me on the bus because he didn't want me to use any of the cars. But I should have said no. I should have just not went. But I know if I didn't go, I probably would have got beat up. But I should have just not went. But he took so much away from me. He controlled my life in ways people don't even understand. I allowed him to take my joy. I allowed him to take my peace away from me. I mean, it's even at the point that he's even in my dreams. Like, really? It just doesn't make sense to me at all. And there's no reason that I should allow anybody to control who I am. So I'm learning now as a woman how to be in a relationship and understand it's not about control, it's about communication. Now, if I'm in a relationship and my man tells me, there's something I don't want you to do because of X, Y, and Z, and he's more concerned than anything, that's one thing. But just because you don't feel like allowing me to go somewhere, it doesn't work like that. See, the dream that I had last night reminded me of what happened to me when we first officially divorced. I was living in an apartment, and he came in. He stayed there. We broke up. He actually kicked me out of my apartment that I was paying rent for. Kicked me out. I didn't have anywhere to go, really. I think one night I stayed at an old house that I used to live in that was up for sale. And then one night I stayed at a friend's house, me and the kids. And it wasn't nothing but the Lord that I was able to find an apartment over the weekend. Matter of fact, I was kicked out on a Friday. By that Saturday, I was able to find the apartment, but they told me I couldn't move in till that Monday. But thank God she called me on that Saturday and said, "You know what? Don't tell anybody." I can talk now. She ended up getting in trouble for some things, but don't tell anybody. But there's an apartment that's available. Usually we have to clean it up, but it's not that bad. If you want to clean it, you can go stay in it. And that's what I was able to do. And I got a bigger place, a nicer place, and it was in the same complex. But all because I allowed this man to come in to take things from me. He controlled me. He told me I couldn't come back to my own home that I was paying rent for. I was paying the utilities. I was paying everything. I was just buying stuff because it was new. I was just buying stuff. I had to kind of downsize. I was in a big 4-bedroom house, and we had to downsize to a 1-bedroom. But that's what I was able to do at the time. But remember this, the only person that's really in control of your life is God. And when you're with the person that God designs you to be with, God is still in control, because God will guide that person to do the right things. God will guide that person, especially us as women. God will guide that man to make the right decisions. It's not about control. Don't let anyone ever control you. It's your life. It's up to you what you want to do. Submit to your husband, yes. But remember, there's always a balance. There is always a balance. Anyhow, that's it for today. I do these every morning. Normally I do it at 6 o'clock in the morning. I think it's better that I do it later in the day, but I do these every morning, and will be until October 31st. And the purpose of this is just to bring awareness and kind of give some encouragement for those that are out there, those that may be dealing with domestic violence, those that may know somebody that's going through domestic violence. Domestic violence is not just physical, it's verbal, it's mental, it's emotional, it's financial, it's sexual. You don't have to stand for that. It's your choice. Because when people do stuff like that, they do control you. They control your actions. They control your ways. They're controlling you, and you don't even realize they're controlling you. There's times that I've done things in life and I thought back, oh my gosh, he's not going to like this. Now I have to realize, who is he? Right now, he's nobody in my life but my kid's father, and that's it. But he doesn't have any control over me. I have the control. God has the control over me. So I've taken over my life, and I took back my life just like I did in my dream last night. I was finally able to take back my life in my dream. And I realized, and this man has been controlling me even in my dreams. But now I can move on and I can move forward. And it feels so good to be free. I feel so good because I am free. I am free from the control. I'm free from the mess. I don't have to take it, and I will not take it from absolutely anybody. Nobody will be able to do the things that this man has done to me. But I can smile today because I'm happy that I am free. And you can do the same thing. You can be happy. You can smile. Don't think that you're any different. You can get out the situation if you want to get out. You have to make your mind up and decide this is what you want to do. But take back your life, period. Thank you for watching. If you need help, you can go to the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence.org. So that's NCADV.org. NCADV.org. They can help you nationwide. I'm in California, so I only have a couple of resources in California, but they can help you nationwide if you know somebody that needs help, or if you need help. They can provide shelters for you, and they have numbers that a number you can call if you need to talk to someone. But get help, or help somebody get help. It's time for you to speak up and speak out against domestic violence. Also, if you've gone through it in your household when you were younger, you might need a little help. It's okay to talk to people. It's okay to get counseling. So give them a call. Also, I have two friends of mine that are both therapists. One by the name of Malika Brown. She has Your Beautiful Mind is the name of her company, but her website is yourmindisbeautiful.com. That's yourmindisbeautiful.com, and that's Malika Brown. She can help you with low cost and no cost counseling. Or you can contact my friend Natalie Lamb with itsyourchoiceonline.com. That's itsyourchoiceonline.com. She's doing a seminar called The Disturbed, and the seminar will be held November 8th. It's in the LA area. I believe it's in El Segundo. Don't quote me on that, but you can go to her website, which is itsyourchoiceonline.com, again, to find out more information. She also will go out to your church. She'll come out to an area where you're at and be able to put on the seminar as well. But contact her. She also has predator seminars for child predators, and she is phenomenal. So make sure you reach out to either Natalie Lamb, Malika Brown, or the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence. But know that you are in control. All right, special thanks to John McClung with I Am a Testimony clothing. I have on his shirt right now. I'm rocking purple, represents domestic violence, and my pink. I always got to stand up because you can't see me. This is the ribbon here for breast cancer awareness. It says faith. Faith always initiates the healing. Now, my shows are always dedicated to my sister, whom I lost November 25th, 2012, to breast cancer. So for those that are out there that are watching, go get tested. If it's something that runs in your family, go get tested. I hear early detection, of course, is always better because those are things that are preventative. Get help. We need you. You are a survivor. You can make it. You will make it. Yes, it may be hard. Yes, it may be tough, but you can make it through. Thank you so much for watching Kama Speaks as I speak on domestic violence. Today, again, I was talking about you are in control. Keep watching and keep watching for more great content. Have a good one.